Hey, what's up? Thanks for checking out this video. What I'm going to be doing for this video is showing you how to enlarge the cutout in the baffle for this box. It was in a box originally for the Skar ZVX15. I've salvaged the baffle off of that box and put it onto this box. The ZVX15 or ZVX, as many people refer to it, has a 14-inch cutout, whereas the Audiobond AWT15X has a 15-inch cutout. So I needed to enlarge the cutout by 1 inch. That's what I'm going to be going through in this video. Thanks for checking it out. Go check out my other videos. If you're not interested, have a great day. One of the critical things to make note of is in order to do what I'm about to show you, you need to own a router. So this video is kind of gonna be pointless if you do not have a router, because it is a critical tool for doing a cutout enlargement of this nature. So just a heads up, if you don't have a router, this is kind of going to be a pointless video because you need one. It is probably one of the most useful tools in box building, in my opinion. I mean, maybe not. It's obviously not critical. You can build boxes without it, but I find it very handy. And so that is the approach I will be taking for this video. So the original box had a 14-inch cutout. The sub that I'm putting in it is a 15-inch cutout. So I need to increase the radius by ½ inch or the diameter by 1 inch. Now, there's lots of different ways of going about doing that. I wouldn't suggest sandpaper because it's quite a big transition. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to anchor this to the back of the box from the inside. It's a little bit easy because this box is being built. This is just a recovered, I just pulled this baffle off of an old box and built this box around that. So I've anchored this to the back. That's the center of the existing hole, and I'm going to anchor my router to that point and then run it around and make the cutout bigger. So I'll get the router set up and show you what that looks like. Obviously the clamps won't be there. I'm just doing that to drill the hole for the router, for the pin on the swing arm for the router. So this is the sliding radius router jig for cutting circles. It has a screw to anchor it to this right there. Just in case my center point was a little bit off, I've remeasured the radius from there to there to set the router distance to get exactly a 15-inch radius. So I'm going to screw this guy onto here, slide the router onto the bars, lock it with the locking screws, and then take the clamps off and run the router around and get that cutout to be 15 inches. So that's the ½ inch increase in radius. I haven't gone all the way through. I've gone almost 1 inch through a 1½ inch baffle. I took a couple of sweeps, adjusting the depth of the rotor progressively to take a little bit more off each time, and eventually get through this thing and then have the cutout available for the Audiobond AWT15X, which has the oversized cutout for a 15. Not your standard 14 or anything in that ballpark. So that's where we are at. So this is post resizing. The hole is now, let's see here. Pretty darn close to 15. Unfortunately, as you can see here, my router bit it wasn't quite long enough to go the full 1.5 inches. And my extended bit that I got on Amazon was such a piece of crap that I couldn't even use it. So I had to use a handsaw to cut the remaining 1/4 inch. And now I'm just cleaning it up. This is post cleanup, pre cleanup, post, pre. So anyway, once we get that all cleaned away, I'll drop the sub in, see how it fits, and take a look. So here's a closer look at Pablo, the AWT-15X that I restored. This is a replacement surround. As you can see, the original surround was overmount on the cone dust cap, aluminum cone dust cap, or titanium, whatever they call it. I think it's actually aluminum. But I overmounted it on a mega roll surround cone from Lord of Bass. I replaced all of the, anyway, I replaced these with stainless steel. But the point is that if you're interested in this rebuild, that video is on the channel. What we're talking about right now is the cutout enlargement that I made. This original cutout, the 14-inch cutout, was for Skar ZVX15. It was a 14-inch cutout. The Audiobond AWT-15X has a 15-inch cutout. So we're just going to test fit it right now. In this box, say what you will, it's made out of scrap wood from my garage that I had kicking around. So, you know, it's probably... Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay. We're not sitting all the way down, are we? No, sir. It's not big enough, I don't think. So we're gonna have to enlarge it a little bit more. It's pretty close. Looks like about probably only a 16th of an inch out somewhere, but it's not quite enough to let the sub sit flat. So there's that. But it's gonna look nice when it's done. So we're gonna enlarge that a little bit more. Yay! So it took a little bit of fine tuning, and in the process, Pablo got covered in dust. However, the good news is we now have an appropriately sized cutout. But I can't put it down without crushing my fingers. So there it is. Okay. Nice and flat. And you know it's basically exactly the same size as the cutout, because I had to 60 grit it to get it to bore it out a little bit. I did a lot of adjustment with the router, with the deep, this bit here, which was the one I bought on Amazon that ended up for this purpose working very well. But for plunging, it's not. For just trimming edges, it was great. But anyway, there's the box. It's a scrap wood box. I know. I probably broke every rule in car audio box building, but it is 27.5 hertz, 3.4 cubic feet. I know that the recommendation for the AWT-15X was 5, the original, but I think I went a little bit light on the spiders for this speaker, so for the rebuild itself. So when I put it in even a 4.5, the sub was a bit floppy on 5K, so I'm gonna put it in a slightly smaller box on the same power and hopefully get a little bit more cone control, and hopefully throw up some demo videos soon. Anyway, that is cutout enlargement. Thanks for checking out this video. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button.